It's outside Dallas. I just watched the replay from hours ago. A horrific crash that Lindsey Vonn had at Cortina. Wow, she fractured her left leg. It was a wicked wipeout. She gave it everything and caught one of the gates with her arm, and that pinwheeled her around, and she lost it. And Lindsey Vonn's Olympics is over. Very disappointing. What an incredible competitor, 41 years of age, on a reconstructed right knee. And she came into this and she tore ACL several days ago when skiers shouldn't have been out on the course. And it all ended today. What a tragedy. She could visibly be heard screaming on the course. It was really, really bad. NBC News is now playing the Olympics from earlier. And wow, that was something else. Sad way to see it end. Meanwhile, the Super Bowl, which I don't give too much of a flip about, the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl. They took down the Patriots. So that's good news. I can't stand the Patriots. So not a Seattle fan, but good to see the Patriots lose. That's what matters to me. So I'm not sure the results. I haven't looked them up. Just they're playing these alpine skiing races right now here that I've got going on the television at this side of me. It's been a crazy day. Did some more interviews today. Hello, Daisy. How are you? I've got a bit of a headache here, a bit dehydrated, I guess. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you're all well. It's been another long day. And so I did a couple of interviews today. I did a really fascinating interview this morning with Raz and Letitia. That was pretty cool. And then I did another one, which was very interesting. Both of these had different angles. And the one I did this evening is with Danny. And so it was a late one. So if you haven't seen that, please go check it out. Danny and I talked about some mental health issues. And also we talk about pets, bringing pets here. So I'll tell you, the skiing is just incredible the way they ski, and the hundredths of a second difference between the skiers is just unbelievable. So I don't know if an American won the gold. It looks like it might have been the case. Yeah, looks like it, but it's definitely not going to be Lindsey Vonn. Unfortunately, her day ended.
For 30 years, and look at this. This is what he drew for her before coming to these games.
So I guess we're going to get an Olympic gold there for skiing. Welcome, everybody. So they already had the medals out. So USA got first, Germany got second, Italy got third.
It does end in gold for Breezy Johnson, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Bit more on the race and the aftermath a bit later on, but now I want to take you back down to Milan.
All right, so yeah, so Breezy Johnson wins it from Jackson Hole. She got a gold medal today, and Lindsey Vonn her Olympics is over. That's really sad to see. Really, really, really sad to see. But I mean, what are you going to do? She never holds back, and she didn't hold back and didn't catch her edge and wound up losing it. And that's just the end of that. So anyway, yeah, I did my interview this morning. So a long day. I also was interviewed by business, as has been the case recently. So apparently got some nasty comments. I haven't seen them. Someone told me there's a couple tools on it. But, let me just be clear about something. There's a lot of so-called experts out there that are running their mouth about the information that was raised in that interview and saying that the Russians don't have 155 howitzers. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Of course, they don't have 155 howitzers. 155 howitzers. They have 152s, 122s. Yes, 203s. They don't have 155s. I never claimed they did. But purportedly, they do have G5 howitzers that they either got from Iraq stock or they got them from Iran. So 155 proximity fuses would make all the sense in the world, now wouldn't it? Also, the Ukrainians had 155s, and they've lost control of much of their hardware on the battlefield. So, this stupidity and nonsense of people who think they're subject matter experts when it comes to military affairs, they don't know what they're talking about. It's just kind of funny at some point for me. I just get a kick out of these experts. Anyway, can you guys hear me okay? I presume that you can. Really, I had some amazing visit with refugees earlier. I went to Lily's place, and she put the word out, and we went to another spot in the complex about a half mile away. And we had like 25 refugees from South Africa show up there. It was unbelievable. I'll put the photo in a video that I'm making. I also recorded a piece for it. So I'll try to do a short broadcast for tonight for this Night Owls. And then, thank you, Heinrich. And then I'll put that video together if my head isn't pounding. Right now, it's really bothering me. I couldn't fall asleep earlier. I was knackered, but couldn't sleep. So I got something to eat earlier. Tried El Polo Loco. I've never had them before. It's pretty good. But we had a pretty good audience for the Ross and Letitia one that was pretty good. Yep. So, and then yesterday we had some pretty good numbers too. We had almost 20,000 views between the two, the restart and the original on the video. So thank you for that. My prepared videos aren't getting much attention still, including one that should be rather interesting. Did the South African government send 155 proximity fuses to the Russians? It's a question, not a claim. So anyway, yeah, but Lindsey Vonn, she wiped out badly. Yeah, so let's see what they say in the media here. Said that Lindsey Vonn's defiant bid to win the Olympic downhill at the age of 41 on a rebuilt right knee and a badly injured left knee ended Sunday in a frightening crash left with a broken leg. Saw her taken safely by a rescue helicopter for the second time in 9 days. She lost control within seconds, leaving the start house, clipping a gate at her right shoulder, with her right shoulder and pinwheeling down the slope before ending up awkwardly on her back. Her skis crisscrossed below her and her screams ringing out soon after medical personnel arrived. She was treated for long, anguished minutes as a hush fell over the crowd, 20 minutes actually, waiting far below at the finish line. She was strapped to a gurney and flown away, possibly ending. I'm trying to get that glare off my glasses there. Possibly end. Oh, that doesn't make much better, does it? Possibly ending. Where are we at here? It's the skier's storied career. As medical staff attended Vonn, she could be heard crying out. She's taken to a clinic in Cortina, then transferred to a large hospital in Treviso, a 2-hour drive south. She was being treated by a multidisciplinary team and underwent an orthopedic operation to stabilize a fracture reported in her left leg. So the U.S. ski team said in an earlier statement that Vonn was in stable condition and good hands. She'll be okay, but it's going to be a bit of a process. The sport's brutal, and people need to remember that when they're watching these athletes are throwing themselves down the mountain and going really, really fast. Yep. Breezy Johnson, Vonn's teammate, became only the second American woman to win Olympic downhill after Vonn did it 16 years ago. The 30-year-old Johnson held off Emma Eicha of Germany and Italy's Sofia Goggia on a bittersweet day for the team. Yep. Vonn's crash was tragic, but at ski racing, said Johan Eilesich, president of the International Ski and Snowboard Federation. He said, I can only say thank you for what she's done for our sport, because this race has been the talk of the games and it's put our sport in the best possible light. Yep, her father was in the stands. Snoop Dogg was there. It's like the man in the arena. She dared greatly. Vonn's sister, Karen Kilbo, told NBC. She put it all out there. She always goes 110%. There's anything left. There's never anything less. So I know she put her whole heart into it. Sometimes things happen. It's a very dangerous sport. All eyes have been on Lindsey Vonn, a feel-good story heading to the Olympics. She had returned to elite racing last season after nearly 6 years. Remarkable decision given her age, but had also had a partial titanium knee replacement in her right knee. Many wondered how she could fare as she sought gold medal to join one she won the downhill at 2010 Vancouver Games. Four-time overall World Cup champion, stunned everyone by being a contender almost immediately. She came to the Olympics as leader in the World Cup downhill standings and was a gold medal favorite before a crash in Switzerland 9 days ago when she suffered her latest knee injury. In addition to that ruptured ACL, she had a bone bruise and meniscus damage. Still, no one counted her out. She was skiing with a torn ACL, or ruptured ACL, and a meniscus, and a titanium knee on the other side. Unbelievable. What a stud. Wow. But not since Hermann Mayer's cartwheeling crash in '98 Nagano Games has there been such high profile and spectacular fall in alpine skiing at the Olympics. Wow. Wow. So President Donald Trump said today that it's hard to cheer for American Olympians who are speaking out against administration policies, calling one such critic a real loser who should have stayed home. It was the latest and most prominent example of U.S. Olympians in Milan Games receiving online backlash for their words. Reporters on Friday asked U.S. athletes at a news conference how they feel representing their country during the Trump administration's heightened immigration enforcement. These were inappropriate questions asking athletes this at the Games. These reporters should be banned from the Games. Freestyle skier Hunter Hess replied that he had mixed emotions because he doesn't agree with the situation. He's in Milan competing on behalf of everyone who helped get to the Games. Well, Mr. Hess, you can go to hell back to the States. You don't represent America. and you should take the uniform off because it's none of your business to talk about what the administration is doing because they're following the law. And apparently you're a lawless prick and you don't like the law followed. So, Mr. Hess, you can leave. You don't need to be part of the Olympic team. And if you think I'll be ever donating to the U.S. Olympic Committee again, you can forget that. If this is the scumbags that represent us. Among those who piled on Hess were YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. From Ultra Americans, if you don't want to represent this country, go live somewhere else, he wrote. Yep. Hess, the real loser, says he doesn't represent his country in the current Winter Olympics. If that's the case, he shouldn't have tried out for the team. It's too bad he's on it. Was the only athlete voicing discontent or facing blowback at Friday's news conference? The athlete's freestyle skier Chris Lillis referenced Immigration Customs Board saying he's heartbroken about what's happening in the USA. That's because Chris Lillis is a fucking moron who doesn't understand the rule of law. And you might as well go to Canada, buddy. Don't bother coming back. Hope that when people look at athletes competing in the Olympics, they realize that America is what we're trying to represent. And U.S. figure skater Amber Glenn said the LGBT community has had a hard time during the Trump administration. How so? Are your feelings hurt because we don't spend every day promoting homosexuality? We simply accept it and allow people to live their lives. What, is it hurt your feelings that we don't spend all day promoting your lifestyle? You can come back and go to Canada as well. Wow. See, LGBTQ, the Trump administration has done nothing to the LGBT community, nothing to harm it, not a damn thing. And these scumbags run their mouths. Conservative figures criticize athletes, especially include Brett Favre, Rob Schneider, and Representative Byron Donalds. In the questions from the Associated Press, the U.S. Olympic Paralympic Committee said in a statement Sunday that it's aware of an increasing number of abusive and harmful messages directed towards athletes, doing its best to remove content, report credible threats to law enforcement. Well, I'm aware of credible threats to American sovereignty by these scumbag athletes who have no business representing the Olympics. Americans there. U.S. Olympic Committee stands firm behind U.S. athletes, remains committed to their well-being and safety on and off the field of play. So you're endorsing their scumbag anti-American comments? Well, that's the end of funding for you. Yep. 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 There you have it, folks. Scumbags all over the world. Anyway, what are you going to do? If you don't like America, leave it. Simple as that. It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science. Just leave. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat over here, folks. YouTube tell me to put in an ad. I'm not putting an ad in. Let's see what we got there. Alan Kotza, Heinrich Pineda, Road Captain Kev, Primal Boar, Charles von Onslen, Linda Bradley. It's so nice to meet you yesterday. And Suti, who was in the green. Oh, hey, Linda, yes. Soti, yes. How you guys was like, I do need some rest. I've got a headache and I need a break, but I do need to make another video. Ooh, Kaori Sakamoto. She's skiing here. This is all old. I hate when the Olympics are in Europe because if you're not in Europe, the American broadcast networks play the crap at night instead of during the day. Prime time you're watching stuff that's 10, 12 hours old. Watching videos, can't believe how many people in the chat still don't know how to apply. I mean, I didn't see the chat, but yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I can't believe how many people write me bizarre emails. Also, I've become aware of someone that's sharing people's phone numbers. That's morally bankrupt, and you have no right to share someone's phone numbers unless you get their permission. So I know who you are, and either you stop doing it or I will take action against you. It's as simple as that. You do not share someone's phone number unless you have their permission. Quite simple. But there's a person who's harvested a bunch of phone numbers from people and is sharing it with everybody in the sun. It explains why I've gotten thousands of WhatsApp messages. I'm going to start ignoring WhatsApp. If you're contacting me unrequested, the way to contact me, if we've never been in contact by phone, you need to write me an email. And if I don't respond, then that's just too bad. I'm busy. But if you contact me unsolicited by WhatsApp and I don't tell you to do it, it's simply going to be ignored and they'll never be responded to. I don't have time for people who are so disrespectful to take my time up like that. So that message should be clear to folks. No, my eyes not bother me, but my eyes are. I need to wear glasses now. Yeah, after that ACL, she must have had some confidence issues putting pressure on the band. And you could hear the family was just really You're stoking her up, cheering her on to go out the gate, and you could see she was hyped up. But what a tragedy. I mean, I didn't think it was foolish of her to ski with a rebuilt knee. I thought that's crazy, but I mean, if anybody could do it, she could do it. But when the ruptured ACL happened, I mean, why were these people skiing in that course? I don't get it. Sad that a patriot like Vaughn has been the same team as those idiots who have mixed feelings about representing us. Well, Lindsey Vaughn has also had some problems and said some stupid things in the past, but nothing like that. Thing of Nouns, Cherry Pie Lady, Hink, Rendell, Mendy van Rooyen, Spartan, John Spartan, Paul, Shawnee. Yeah, no, I'm going live. I mean, I really probably should be resting right now, but I'm going live. I try to keep my audience, keep them going. Grok says Olympic Games don't impress you at all. Well, I love the Winter Olympics. They're far more interesting than the Summer Olympics. Yeah, some of the Springboks have mixed feelings about representing the country. Exactly. Yep. Have a nice day, Colonel Chris. Thank you, Mr. Echo. Are you leaving? Okay. Are you leaving? Yeah. So I love the Olympics. It's true. A woman was shot in the head. Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. Shot under the chin, bullet exited her skull. Friday night, in fact, Friday morning, I believe, and she was taken to the hospital. Her daughter was home as well as the maid. The daughter doesn't know that she was shot. She thinks that she fell down. Yeah, she was. So they were concerned there'd be paralysis because she was unconscious. And then during the night, over Friday to Saturday night, so she woke up and ripped all the tubes out of her arm because she probably had no idea where she's at or what's going on. But it was a good sign because apparently, they're worried of paralysis. Obviously, there's no paralysis, so that's a good sign. Yes, Charles. Anyone has mixed feelings about representing the country shouldn't be representing it. Yep. So, I mean, look, America is not rounding up people and putting law-abiding people on the street or kicking them out of the country. The Americans are rounding up criminals who've been allowed in this country by criminals in politics who no longer control the country, and these scumbags who hate America. And by the way, I mean, we are being eaten from alive inside, just like the United Kingdom and Germany and France. I mean, the area I'm at, where the refugees are at, it's like the frickin' League of Nations. There's almost no Americans here. None. I went to Walmart, and there's probably about 3,000 or 4,000 people in the store. Maybe 100 of us are white, traditional Americans and Black Americans, and a few Hispanics. The rest of these people were all people that came here recently, especially a lot of Muslims, and not adapting our mores and norms and colonizing us from within. Yep, it's true story. True story. I don't know, Hold. I don't know if the information. I spoke to her husband, and I'm not going to pressure her husband. He's dealing with an awful lot. So I'm just not really jumping into that. I'm just giving him space. No, we don't know that the maid was restrained. We don't know how the person was shot. We don't know. We don't know. Well, you're making all kinds of assumptions and analysis now. If there's simply insufficient information to let us know what happened, to even make any kind of analysis. Just another girl. Tina enjoyed the meet and greet. Well, thank you for that, Tina. Yeah, Linda, was pretty epic. You still here, Linda? Did she come in? She went to first place. Oh, the Japanese girl went to first place. She's crying. She's up by 8 points. That's a huge lead. Wow. Team Japan. Team standings. U.S. and Japan are tied after one round. Okay, 59 points. Why is U.S. in second place? I don't know. Anyway, yep. So U.S. got to pick up more points in that next round. Yeah. Who's this? Wow, that girl has tons of makeup on. Yeah. Yeah, please hit the like button, folks. It'd be great. Snow Happy is gone. Why are you gone? What, people just popping in and dropping out tonight? I went to a lot of trouble to come join you tonight. People just disappearing on me. So I haven't looked at the news. The loss to France has really gotten Irish fans upset, and rightly so. Rightly so. I mean, it's not good. Get rid of some things I don't need here. So a lot of people moaning about Trump and about a tweet that was posted. I didn't see the tweet. It was about the Obamas. Anybody see it? I don't really pay much attention to anything about the Obamas. That nightmare is long over, thank God. They still stick their nose in everything, though. Just nasty people. It's raining in Cape Town. I leave Texas Tuesday night, Linda. I'm here. Tomorrow, I've got a refugee coming by at 10 o'clock. I'm going to interview. This refugee is one of the ones who moved, who came to America and then up and relocated. Now, the only other person I recall that I did that with was Cheryl. But in Cheryl's case, I didn't investigate how it happened and what was going on because it was just so recent. Also, as I understand it, he was helped by Ms. Hepburn. And, if you bother to mention her in a video, even in a positive light, she writes nasty, defamatory, slanderous videos. So I don't bother to mention that lady. But yeah, so Charles, I didn't know who she was at the time. So anyway. Hey, Loretta, neat green interviews. Okay, cool. Well, that's great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, so he'll be interviewed tomorrow, 10 o'clock local. And then at 12 o'clock, I thought the family's coming over to join me over here. And we're going to, ouch, damn, I hit the spot that time. And we're going to do another interview. So I'm open to meeting with the refugees. They don't have to come on camera if they just want to come over and ask me questions. But tonight, like I said, or this afternoon, like I said, there are about 25 of them. It was really cool. Really, it was emotional. One of the ladies was in tears thanking me for all that I've done. And the ones who came were universal in their gratitude towards me for all the things I've done to help them. It was so humbling. I was really grateful. Oh yeah, when you put on a speaker, I got you. Yeah, Linda, I don't know did Trump post it or was it a retweet? I mean, I don't know. I didn't see it. Anyway, like I said, I don't really pay much attention to anything that the Bidens do. I mean, the Obamas do. Oh, Biden, Obama, same difference. Yeah, you can't tell the white guy and black guy apart. They're both idiots. But yeah, I know. I don't. I never saw it, but I understand that Trump actually must have said something that hurt people's feelings. So anyway, but like I said, I didn't see it. So Democrat taunt is Ice Ice Baby. That's funny because I've been writing songs taunting them, Ice Ice Baby. Okay, so it wasn't my intent, but I actually managed to catch the halftime show at the Super Bowl. What a disgusting, vile, boring piece of crap. I mean, what is this, Latin America or America? I mean, what the hell was that? Bad Bunny? He doesn't even have any talent. I mean, he couldn't even sing. He's barely rapping. Why is he a big deal? I was not impressed. I'd rather listen to Ricky Martin than that guy. He was not impressed. Not impressive at all. The halftime show was lame. Lady Gaga was atrocious. Yep. And the wedding, well, congratulations to people who got married, but I mean, it's a Super Bowl. We don't want to watch your wedding. Exactly. They shot Trump in the head and they tried to murder him again. And the president called for him to be murdered. And that's okay. Yeah, you agree. It sucked. It did suck. I mean, that guy blows chunks. I mean, I don't know how does he even make money. I mean, it wasn't even, he can't sing. Oh, it's about George elections. Oh, on the end screen scrolls another video had the Obamas as gorillas. Well, did somebody attach that to the video? Turning Point USA halftime. What was that, Jules? I know did Turning Point USA come up with their own halftime show that was online? Oh, okay. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about it. Exactly. This Trump being posted. Hang on a second. This freaking dripping sink is pissing me off. You pay for a hotel and you shouldn't have a dripping sink. It's been dripping for hours and It's very distracting. I had the interview early. It was hard to focus. I think I might have stopped. I'm not going to hold my breath. And pissing me off for hours. To put my towel in there so it would quit banging on the bottom. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, yeah. So, yes, alternative half. Yeah, no, I didn't know, but I think I heard about that before, but I don't remember now. Yeah. So, I'm not a big fan of Turning Point USA, but I would have watched something with Kid Rock. Not that I'm a fan, but I love his patriotism, so I would have watched that. Pretty decent ad revenue taken away from the Super Bowl halftime show by. Oh, really? That's cool. 15 what? 15 million views. Really? Well, let me just go there right now and take a look at it so I can give it another view. Turning Point USA All-American halftime show. 16 million views. An hour and 16 minutes. Cool. Oh, okay, here we go.
A level of excellence because we are constant.
And factory floors and shipyards and labs.
Wait, here we go. Kid Rock comes out. Oh, the haters are out in force. 174,000 dislikes. I've never seen 174,000 dislikes on anything, but 760,000 likes. So I'll give a like.
I hear that's right, but show do good if we do it all night.
When in town, on the other end of the phone.
Hey, Charlie, who gave people microphones so they could say what was on their mind?
Kid Rock. Yeah, okay. Thank you guys for that. They just got a like and a view from me. You're welcome, Hasigi. We're going to America because you embrace American culture instead of going to America trying to impose your culture. Why are we allowing this, Buster B? It's a good question. We're allowing the destruction of Western civilization. Sent email, please check when you have time. I was just in my email. I didn't see anything from you. Okay. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, they could cancel football too. It's a black supremacy league, not the NFL. Yeah. Oh, there it is. You just sent it. You just sent this. Yeah. No, you didn't misunderstand my question. No, if you have an number, but you didn't send me information, Dusty. You didn't send me your case number. You didn't give me information. You got to give me more information. Just saying that. All right, so yeah, sorry, I got another case came up here. You're right about that. If 16 million people would tune into a YouTube video, yep, they're not reading they're not. The NFL is arrogant. Major League Baseball is arrogant. National Hockey League is arrogant, and the NBA is incredibly arrogant. These are all black supremacy leagues, anti-American leagues, anti-Christian. They punish white athletes for showing their faith, yet they allow black athletes to take knee and pray after games. If white athletes do it or initiate it, then it's a problem. Look how they treated a former NFL quarterback because he was a devout Christian. They're just scumbag, heathen bastards who are just money-grubbing pricks and don't deserve our attention or time. That's the bottom line. That's who the NFL is. That's who the NHL is. That's who the NBA is. And that's who Major League Baseball are. All of them, every one of them. Lightning storm. All right, Linda, have a good night. Thank you for catching it. Good to see you there, Linda. And thank you for coming to the meet and greet. It was lovely to meet you. people were moaning that there was not a single Springbok jersey. Well, there was. You had your Springbok jersey on, which was pretty cool. To be honest, I thought it was Country Music Awards until I checked. Chugsy. So you just like click on videos without seeing what they are? Yeah. How are you mood? How is my mood? Is that the question? My mood is okay. I'm just tired. American Latinos are such a diverse group, racially and culture, from super patriotic Cubans to natives from tribes in America who don't even speak it. Yep, exactly. They're not a monolith, and I've said that all along. I've always told people that. You know, Cubans tend to be devout Republicans, conservatives, because they live under communism. A lot of these other people aren't. Venezuelans are very different than Salvadorans and the Mexicans. And Mexicans themselves are very different, you know. They're not a monolith themselves. A lot of them are, Mesoamerican Indians, They're not Spanish. Some are pure Spanish. I mean, there are Mexicans with blonde hair and blue eyes. Not a lot, but some. No, Ian, I didn't check any WhatsApp from you. I'm on the phone. I can't check WhatsApp. I didn't see anything from you. So, I went through the top 30 or 40 messages. There's nothing there from you. SANDF used captured weapons. Why would Russia not do the same? 155 proximity fuse on equipment used by the Russian force could be traded. Slow puppet is exactly what I said, but it's not just that. There are G5s unaccounted for. Let me see if I do a search that Iraq had G5s in the Gulf War. Okay. What happened to Iraq's G5 artillery? Iran operated approximately 100 South African G5 155 towed howitzers in the 80s, heavily used in the Gulf War. Most were destroyed, abandoned, or captured in Operation Desert Storm, with survivors dismantled and disposed of following the wars. Sure. They say the remaining inventory is destroyed by UN inspectors. Don't believe that. Never have. Also, supposedly the Iranians had G5s. And the story is, they gave some to the Russians. I don't know if that's true, though. Like I said, I've never had any evidence that Iran got them, but there's a story that they did get them, so I don't know. Hey, there's a super chat. What was that super chat? Okay, apparently that's not working. Lost my chat here. Okay. No, there's no number in the message I have, Dustin. I need the full name of the primary applicant. You haven't given me that. Just unless the name that's above the phone number is the full name. Okay, that's what I need, and I can make you no promises, no guarantees. No guarantees. You're one of thousands of people in the same boat, and not everybody is going to get the attention. Right now, the last time I was able to get some attention to something is when someone was shot in the head. Fortunately, that's not an issue affecting you. Also, September is not a long time. You have to subtract 2 months from that. So it's really November. So really, you're only waiting 2 months. Yeah. Anyway, I got people who think they know what they're talking about here, trying to sharp shoot me on the 155 proximity fuses. And by the way, I said that it's a question. I never claimed it was true. And there's sources that are saying that. So credible sources. And no, I don't think Iran's going to break on the table. I think Iran is going to go down in flames. These people are so stupid. They're going to go down in flames. I think that's what's going to happen with Iran. They're going to go down in flames. No, I don't think every sports field in the US will be painted with a rainbow flag. They'll all be painted with Venezuelan flags and Colombian flags and Mexican flags and Saudi flags and red crescents and everything under the sun. Anything that's anti-American would have been painted on there. I mean, the Mexicans are trying to do the Reconquista and steal the United States from us. So Russians are losing the war against Ukraine. They're no longer even using tanks, making attacks as drones keep destroying them. I suspect they've reached the bottom of the barrel. Yes. That's me. Our farm was raided 2 weeks ago. They moved so much fencing, and my neighbor was tortured to death on his farm. When was your neighbor tortured to death on the farm, Dusty? I didn't see that in the news. Yeah, I saw, not on YouTube, I saw news reports where the Kenyans, the New York Times ran a story, or Washington Post, about Kenyans. That's the YouTube video is based off that story. The YouTuber didn't break that story. That information comes from a New York Times, Washington Post investigative report. I forget which one it was. I covered this story because it was related to the idiots from MK that went there. So, yeah. But yeah, so the YouTuber just took that story and probably, I don't know if they add any value to it or not. Yep, some people just want to watch the world burn. Yep. Pete Ells, thank you. God bless him. Oh, this is from last year. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought this was just happened. That's fine. Okay, yeah, no, that's from last year. That's not either one. That's an iced tea from El Polo Loco. El Polo Loco. In the 28th, in 2018, that case from last year, but that murder took place a long time ago, in 2018. Okay, you're kind of throwing me off. You didn't state, but it's implied that your neighbor had been murdered recently. We're talking about stuff that happened, years ago. Okay. What happened to his partner? I mean, I know what happened in the attack. Is she still alive? I mean, it was a while ago. I might try to do the mail call tomorrow. I might try to do that and read the mail in the morning if I'm feeling all right. Yeah, no, but Urban Homestead, I'm always having a busy weekend, weekday. Everything's always busy. Do we know why, if it was protesting? Yeah, people claim that it was about they wanted to go to the States, but I don't think so. What I read is they were protesting about Palestine and Venezuela and whatever stupid leftist hate wankers love to protest. Yeah, they're just idiots. There weren't many people there. It didn't amount to much of anything. Russia can still pump out 100 drones of their own every day. They can still create a lot of damage. Yep. Just resend it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ian. But I can't look at it while I'm live streaming because I don't have it on my laptop. So, Arctic said, every one of my comments was held. He let them fly because they weren't against terms. They were just spicy takes. Yeah, that happens. YouTube does that. They interfere. I remember a few years back, Google moderators deleted comments, and people said nothing wrong, and we had nothing to do with it. People were complaining this way. My moderators had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. It just was YouTube. Sticker nose. Please, can you check email I sent last night? Family need help, stuck in Southern, maybe advice or help with food. Okay, all right. Gosh, I'm getting more. I got to turn the aircon on. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'm looking for the wrong person here. Hang on. Because there's nothing under your name. Must be looking at the wrong one. So Murray, okay. Oh, I am looking in the wrong place. Okay, you're giving me a novel here. What the hell are you looking for? Jesus. Well, Simmery, everyone's suffering from what you're saying. Everyone's dealing with the same circumstances. I'll look into it, but everyone's case is more dire. Everyone's case is worse. People are actively trying to murder Dante Van Dyke. We know this. We have the evidence of it, and it's being ignored by the police, and he is not getting out. I have no idea what you're talking about, Krista. What guy at what garage? UK has fallen. All right, Winnie Gen X, take care. Leon, what's your latest? What's going on with you? You guys, I thought you had a date, right? You're set now? You're all set? You guys are good, right? God, my eyes hurt. Not the same pain I had the other day. They hurt because I have a headache. It's because Western countries are run by people who hate the West. I don't know what Chris is talking about. I'm not familiar with that story. Oh, okay. I thought so. Okay, cool. Cool. So tonight, fingers crossed, Leon. Let me know if you get on the plane, you get out, you get here. Figure skating, United States is men are in front. Is the men? Japan second, Italy's third. Looks like we're doing so far pretty good in the Olympics. That's interesting. Excuse me. Oh. So I'm just going to peek ahead and I'm just going to, the only leader who's going to do something. No, Javier Malay as well. I think he's doing something. So let's go to Olympic results. Olympics results, okay. Okay, alpine skiing, women's downhill. The U.S. got gold, Germany silver, Italy bronze. It wasn't Lindsey Vonn. Biathlon, France got gold, Italy got silver, Germany got bronze. Cross country skiing, Norway, France, Norway. And then curling, USA beat Sweden mixed doubles 8-7. Norway beat Switzerland 6-3. South Korea beat Canada 9-5. Great Britain beat Italy 9-6, 9-8. 9-6, excuse me. Sweden beat Canada 7-6. Italy over Czech Republic 8-2. Anyway, curling mixed doubles preliminaries, United States beat Estonia 5-3. Looks like we're doing pretty well there. Figure skating, men's final for singles. USA came in first, Japan second, Italy third. Let's see what the medal count is. Olympics medal counts. Let's see what we got here. Norway has 6 medals. The United States has 2. We have 2 gold medals. The skiing and the team event, I guess. So Italy has 9 medals. Wow, 6 bronze. Japan 4, Austria 3 medals, gold and 2 silvers. Only 13 countries have a medal, including Bulgaria and Slovenia, and China has 1 medal, bronze. So cool. Cool. Good morning for West Coast. Happy Monday. One more day towards freedom. Well, yeah, that could be the case. All right, cool. Let me know, Leon, and let me know when you land. Sign up for Wi-Fi. Well, there's the U.S. gold medalist for downhill that Lindsey Vonn didn't get.
Celebratory and deserving toast for the 30-year-old gold medalist. Here's the Breezy on this Sunday.
Breezy got herself a gold medal at the Olympics. Well, it must be her sibling. Looks a lot like her. And her mom. Somebody's got kids. I don't know if they're her kids or her sister's kids. Huh. Yeah, the UK is drowning wokeness. You see, Mamdani wants to restrict ICE agents when they can enter the state. Well, Mamdani is a radical fascist, Islamist, socialist scumbag. And he can try to restrict all he wants, but the moment he does, he'll be arrested for interfering with federal law enforcement operations. Federal government has all the authority in the world to go into New York City and do what they need to do. So Mamdani can shut his cake on. If he doesn't, we'll find a way to pressure the federal courts to file an arrest warrant for his stupid, brain-dead existence. He's a moron of the highest order. Ooh. There you go, special about Lindsey Vonn here. We're showing the whole recovery and everything. Yeah, she worked really hard to get back to this, only to break her leg today. That sucks. That sucks. I mean, Lindsey Vonn's not perfect, but she's got a competitive spirit. It's just a shame to see it end this way. Really, really heartbreaking. What's your viewpoint regarding the well, I don't know. I haven't read it. I just know that people are like, oh, well, they're not letting people have water rights. They have been letting people have water rights for years. That's not new. So people are acting like that's something new. What can be the consequence middle class starts declining worldwide? I saw a podcast, but struggle to understand the broader. Well, that's a pretty broad question, Chris. You're not really giving any context. I don't understand what you're getting at here. Middle class has been declining in many countries around the world for decades. In America, middle class is much smaller. There's many more wealthy people and more poor people. The middle class is traditionally where a lot of votes have been, the voting base. And so people go for the voting base. And so they do anything they can to terrorize the middle class by telling them they're shrinking or their incomes are shrinking or they're going to become poor. That's the biggest impact. I mean, not having a middle class, I don't know. I mean, that's, you know, some countries don't really have middle class, they function. So can we understand that South Africa's a sinking ship? It is. It's the SAS Titanic. Yep. Oh, it's really getting warm in here. I got to turn the aircon on. Sorry about that, guys, but it's just too warm for me in here. Wacky Mantis, $50. Wow. My F-150 fund. Thank you for that. Yeah, well, I mean, if I get a bunch of those, I'll get an F-350 instead of 150. Thank you for $50 super chat. I wasn't expecting to see that. I got up for a second. Pushing the Firearm Amendment Act. Remember, I mentioned there are 3 cases linked. I got approval letter Friday. 1 down, 2 to go. All right, cool. It does sound like a foghorn. It's loud. That's why it was off. But I mean, I can't sit here. It's just starting to cook me. Oh man, the winter's beautiful in Cortina. snow, absolutely gorgeous. The mountains. I mean, I don't miss living in Italy, but I do miss it. I mean, it was kind of cool to be there. Just so close to the mountains. There's so much going on. Yeah. Oh, they're showing the 2010 when she won the gold medal in Vancouver. They're telling Lindsay Lohan's story.
Doctors as that medical situation plays out more the next few days. We'll keep you updated. We'll set our best on.
Okay, so yeah, Seattle won the Super Bowl. Seen the attacks by Starmer properties that were all committed by. I know nothing about that, Light Rain. Well, the aircon sounds like a foghorn. The noisy little bastard children across the hall sound like freaking yard apes running around like fools, screaming, running up and down the stairwell when I was doing interviews earlier. Their parents are useless. Nothing, because he's already leaving politics. Parties are concerned what will happen. Yeah, exactly. The west side of Cleveland. Okay. Shaker Heights, Berea. It's the USA with 2 gold medals today. Oh, she's crying. Is she crying because of the anthem or because she won the medal? She came down early. I think she was the second skier, and she held that lead the whole time. That's got to be tough, you know, when you get that Rocky River. Okay, thanks, Alex. Rocky River. You come down one of the early skiers and you set that pace, and you just hope that no one beats you the rest of the way. That's got to be tough. I don't know about Light Ray. Western Cape is not an option either. Western Cape is falling apart as well. Western Cape is not the answer. Yeah, anyway, so our interview, we were asked if I thought it would be safer, and my answer was no. Good answer. Western Cape is not a solution. It's not an answer. It's not going to solve a problem. Western Cape is as big a problem as everywhere else. Western Cape is what WC means. Yeah, killed by our own dog. I heard about that. Pit bulls. I don't know why people have those dogs. Yeah. Yeah, I know. People said that. They say, well, you know, why don't you move to Western Cape? I'm like, my response would have been kind of cheeky. Dusty, off to work. Thanks, Ray. All right, Dusty, thank you for that. I'll see what we can figure out. Thank you for 40 Rand. Okay. Kristen said, meet and greet is a great success. You can feel very proud, Colonel. Well, thank you. I thought it was amazing too. And I have Brandy Wells to thank for that, who reached out to John Hannes Lowe, and Hannes, who reached out to Ian Mayer, who gave the venue, and to Kathleen, who got Nate Sheets to come, and he sponsored 2 nights of my stay here, and also put me in contact with some folks, as well as all the refugees who came. Some of them paid, you know, some good coin for an Uber to get there. I'm grateful they did that. Wow. Yeah, it was epic. It was really good. And anybody that says it wasn't is just being a jerk. It was amazing. And so that was that. And today, of the 25 that I saw today, easily, let me see, maybe 8 or maybe 10 of them had been there yesterday, and the rest, 15, weren't able to make it yesterday. So if you add those 85, that means 100. They would have come, but the one guy was working, so, and the other ones didn't have transport. So you had the other 15, and that's just the ones here, where there's others we don't know about that would have come. So I saw them today. So you can add those at least 15 more and make it 100 even. Yep. I did not see the arresting protesters in Minnesota. There's virtually no mention of it. It's about time. That should have happened from the start. Yep, the hate and that persecution are everywhere, and living in an affluent area won't change exactly. Yeah, whoever thinks the Western Cape is the answer is living in a bubble. Yep. Well, be careful, Pat, so don't poison your dog. It's a historic day. 10 years from now, it will be a day marked by history. Well, I would hope so. But you mean my meet and greet? But the media doesn't cover it. They don't want to cover it. They don't like it. Yep. Who's this? Never seen this chick before. Satva. Oh, she's selling those beds. He's all excited about the Satva beds. Oh, Minister said, please. Well, they should have been arrested all along. Joburg Vanderbilt Park. Yeah, I've been on that road. Yeah, I don't think Starmer's going anywhere because liberals have enough votes for now. So, yeah, you got to get the votes to get rid of him. So, anyway, Hedno doesn't learn. He's still pushing that Discord. He's still pushing that Discord. Okay, let me just run for a couple things here. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. South Africa is withdrawing its forces from the Democratic Republic of Congo after 27 years. Apparently, I got a lot of hate on the channel. I'm not even looking at it. I'm tired of listening to these idiots. So I asked the question, what has the SANDF accomplished in 27 years in the Congo other than get South Africans killed? Nothing. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Someone refute that. Tell me what they did. You want to tell me what the SANDF did in Burundi? I can tell you. They provided VIP protection services and nobody was killed. It was a protectee, so they worked. Other states in Mosul Bay told me yesterday that things are getting bad there as well. Yeah, well, they're bad in Hermanus now too, yeah. The termination of citizenship for hubby before we can apply for passport. I think they're denying us on purpose. I'm trying to remember. Is your husband a Zimbabwean? Is that the deal? Yep. That's Milan. I know Milan. I've been there. It's gorgeous. And that's Cortina. Cortina is amazing. It's better than Milan. A lot of it looks like a German village. So, anyway, yep. 2019 World Cup versus 25 World Cup. The decline is definitely visible. Oh, 2019 Western Cape. Well, the 2023 Western Cape versus the 2024 versus 2025 Western Cape, you can see the decline. Under Table Mountain. Yeah. One blatant anti-oppressive who threatened armed violence against ISIS roundup faces 40 years in prison, but will probably get 5. Good. That's good, Light Rain. Yeah, I'm very tired, so I'm going to wrap it up here shortly. So, yeah, I am very tired. Look, guys. I mean, I got up. I went. So yesterday I had 12 hours of work in the meet and greet. I mean, that's making sure the video's working. That's presenting. So guys. I mean, it never ends. So I got up. I checked a couple emails, tried to help a couple people, especially with the shooting situation. Then I went to the meet and greet. I was there to set it up. I was there all day, entertaining, involved, speaking, broadcasting, meeting people, greeting people. And then I did an hour interview last night with a major media outlet. After the interview with that, then I was still around. I didn't get out of there until 10:30. I came back 10:30 and 11:15. I did a live broadcast for an hour and a half. I went to bed. I got a headache. I got up. I got something to eat, packed my stuff up, got something to eat, put it in the car, checked out of the hotel. Then at 10 o'clock, Ross and Letitia came. We did a 2-hour interview with them I'm sorry, I forgot. I forgot. I got up, and before I went to eat, I did the Biz News interview. Then I ate and took my bags downstairs. Then at 10 o'clock, I did the Ross interview for 2 hours. From there, I left. I drove down here, and I couldn't check in the hotel because the bastards wanted $25 to check in early. I'm a freaking gold member. I wasn't a diamond member. It's supposed to be free. They're just chintzy bastards. So I drove over to where Lily lives, and I called, and I went to Lily's apartment. And then Lily let the folks know I was in town. So I met one refugee there who's going to come by tomorrow for an interview. He's a guy that moved here from Maine. And then we went over and I met 25 more refugees. Yeah. Then I came back here. Yep. So I don't think I'm going to make that video tonight. I'm just tired. I'm going to just go lie down. So anyway, get something for my headache. So yeah, I mean, it just never ends. And then tonight I'm answering emails. And then I'm doing this broadcast. So I tried to rest early, but I couldn't sleep. I was tired and was falling asleep, but I kept every 30 seconds waking up. I just couldn't fall asleep. So I'll probably be able to sleep now. I've got a nice king bed. This is a suite. It's an apartment. So you guys want to see the room? You want to see what it looks like? You guys want to see what the room looks like? I'll show you what the room looks like. It's a suite, actually. I don't know. It's a sinus headache. Why would you say it's a sinus headache? You want to see the room? Kathy's leaving. I guess she doesn't want to see the room. There's the TV. I got a fridge. Got a range. Microwave. Table. Ottoman. Couch, although it's just kind of an old one. Chair. And there's the bedroom with a king-size bed. TV in here. Aircon in here. Closet, bathroom, or washroom, and the shower is back there. So yeah, this is why it's called a suite. This is why it's called a suite. But this place is old. You can see it. Look at that. That's cigarette burns in the material. Stain on there. It's kind of old. Usually when I stay at Homewood Suites, are in much better condition than this. So, but it's a Hilton. I get credit for a night at Hilton. I get points, and I got a good price on it. It was dirt cheap compared to a lot of places. Yeah, well, the noisy little bastards across the hall are annoying. Plus, they put the trash bin right outside, opposite the door, because I'm at the end of the hallway, which is stupid. Yeah, so it's nice, but it could be better. Yeah, I'm here for 2 nights, though. No more, Micey. Excuse me. No, they don't let people smoke. There's a fee for that, but obviously somebody smoked in it. That. What else would burn a hole in that like that? That's a cigarette burn. Yes, the bed's calling me. All right, guys. Thanks. I hate to go with 171 people here, but 174 likes, and thanks for the super chat, especially the $50 super chat. It's pretty cool. Congratulations to Seattle Seahawks and to the 2S gold medal winners tonight, as well as all the others. And tough break for Lindsey Vaughn. It sucks. All right, Loretta, cool. Texas size moth ate the whole. Maybe. All right, guys, be well. Be sure to hit the like button. I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.